is that apart from the kernel, which we get next year, and there may be improvements going on, we will have a marketplace where people can find practices. This is 3 years later. Today, in my company, we have 15 practices that we have built on top of a kernel. They are, of course, based on our kernel, so they are not widely accepted. But people use it. We have about 50 companies working with this today in the whole world, from Japan, all the way to Japan, I should say. But now we talk about the standard, where people will go and pick on top of the standard kernel. There will be tools for method and practice management. Today there are several vendors that have that today already for existing standards, so we expect that will just happen. At least if no one else does it, we have to do it. But I'm sure there will be others. So, and teaching software engineering will be very different in the future when you have a kernel. It will be much more fun to be a university professor than it has been up to now. And when SEMAT started, before I actually went to Berta, I talked to a couple of, I'm not going to mention anything, but a couple of universities in Sweden. And one of them, and I talked to a very famous professor, no one mentioned, no one forgot. He said, look, Ivan, our students don't complain on our education. Have you heard students complain? They do what they have to do to get points. And the other thing he said, even the mess we are teaching in software engineering is what industry is happy with that. He said also, the industry doesn't know what they need. As if the industry could specify that, send a requirement specification to the university, do research here. And now I'm joking a little about from on the university side. We have the same situation on the other side. They point at one another. And of course a professor that teaches software engineering and think he teaches a mess cannot be very proud of what he's doing, can he? Of course not. He was teaching Scala. And he didn't know Scala. He didn't have experience. So it's really not the right thing. What we are doing now, we're taking completely different, teaching something simple, basic, elementary, that everyone really needs to know, independent of using Scrum or Kanban or whatever. So, and there are many universities now that are interested in working with this, and you will see the results coming out. We will see research in practices and kernel variations. Last week I was in China. I was at 2 universities. I was at Wuhan University and in Peking University. And basically both of them are saying, can you give us a list of research topics? So we are now addressing how we're going to help so people can find topics for research within this framework. And there are lots of them. We are thinking about setting up research alliance, yes, and that will probably happen. So you will see things happen. And books! I can already now reveal that within a couple of months there will be a book about about the kernel. I've been working with that for 5-6 months now with one of our people. That may not be the best book in the world, so we welcome 100 other books here. As well as we did in use cases, there are hundreds of books about use cases, there are hundreds of books about UML. So we will see that too, I hope. So anyway, we are not only happy with that, we want to measure this progress. We don't want to just say we are going to do this, and we want to be able to measure it. So we have developed a measurement program we call Better, Faster, and Happy, BFA. And we are going to be able to measure that we really become better, we really develop software faster, and that we are happier customers and happier developers. Okay. So this is where we want to be in 3 years. Now, how are we going to get there? So we are working on a different plan for how to get there. We are organized in a way. We have an advisory board, and we have signatories. You have SEMAT. These are basically individuals, and then we have signatories. They are both academic and corporate.